Good noon, everybody. Hello, welcome to Magical Monday. Let's see who we have here. I have to start the goal before I can see anybody. All right, people, we have a goal for today. The goal for today is send us a super chat. It doesn't matter what colour. And if we get 10 of them in 45 minutes, we'll do something really cool. But we haven't decided what we're going to do yet. Maybe you could make some suggestions. So I'm going to start the goal and we'll see who's here. The goal is started. Oh my God, there's a ton of people here. Hold on while we scroll back up.
Susan, Peggy, Cass, Gilda.
Hello Sean, hello Wendy, hello Logan, hello Amber, hello Susan, hello Peggy, hello Cass, hello Gilda, hello Savannah, hello Jess, hello Doris Jean, I said Savannah, and hello Carol. Gosh, the whole crew's here. 16 peeps already. So, and more. There's more. Apparently there's more.
Wait, there's more.
Wait, and there's Kimberly and Shana. Goodness gracious me. And Anna. Oh, thank you for joining us. This is really cool.
Many of us are experiencing the morning after the night before.
Oh, and Amber's kicked us off on the goal for the super chat. Thank you so very much. That's awesome.
I put her on second because she had super chatted us. So
I sent 2 lol. Well, yeah, thank you.
That's all
Unfortunately, only the one will count. If you sent something before the goal, who knows? I don't know. But thank you so much.
All right,
we appreciate that.
Etzel is here as well.
Etzel. It's Lizette.
No, you're not allowed to say that.
She said Lizette here. She said her own name. Etzel. I should be known as Notna. Notna Treats.
Well, my name backwards is just not so pretty. So I'm not doing it.
Okay. Oh, look, see, we got a super chat. Flash them lights, people.
God, this is what's going to happen. There's been no distractions for my speech today.
and interesting, it's all about mindfulness, isn't it?
All right.
If you can keep your head.
Right.
Oh, I love it.
All right.
Well, good morning and welcome.
Yes, good morning. You know, we're still in that Al Ghul energy.
Aren't we?
And I think we've all, no matter what's going on, we've all had some interesting challenges to try to stay focused through, regardless of, what's happening in the world. I think we've all had our fair share of chaos personally.
I think you're not wrong.
To try to sort out. And I've had more people in the store this past week say to me, "Is that Mercury retrograde again or something?"
No. It's not just that. It's like the mechanical stuff that broke as well. I mean, we've got.
Excuse me.
Gosh, yeah. I spent all day, whatever day it was, almost all
Friday
trying to repair our wide format printer, which is a really expensive printer. But it's been not used for that long. The whole printhead had gone all gunk, so I had to strip it apart and do that. And hopefully we've got more ink arriving today, which we've ordered from the fine Staples people, and we'll make it work again, and it'll all be good. But yeah.
Right. So anywho, don't lose your head.
Yes, try not to.
We also are seeing some of our earlier forecasting play out, where we had said that when the wet season started, which thank God there's been some rain in California, that the mudslides would begin.
Unfortunately, our hearts go out to
and we
people
know
there.
that there's this seismic stuff going on. We've talked about the Uranus shifting and these aspects that we hadn't had in quite a long time. And we had that earthquake today in Maine. Right? So we're getting from coast to coast, there's going to be all kinds of activity. Like we have snow where we don't usually see snow. We're going to have drought where we don't usually have drought. We're going to have earthquakes where we don't usually have earthquakes. We're, wildfires where we don't usually have wildfires. It's just, this year is going to be that chaotic energy where you need to be prepared.
Yeah, probably best.
So, I've also been saying that April through August is going to be our trickiest time. And I'm just saying, again, be prepared. If I'm wrong, I will be so happy. If I'm wrong and there is no food crisis and there is no egg shortage and there is no issue with sustenance, I will be so happy. But I'm just putting it out there again today to say that, if you really like coffee, even though this first hurdle has been dealt with, with Colombia, recognize that a lot of our coffee comes from Colombia. We don't have it here.
We don't grow coffee in the US.
So again, just put a little bit aside for that rainy day time. And if I'm wrong, the worst thing is you have an extra coffee or an extra flour, whatever like that.
So be the good, diligent stock keeper and rotate your stock.
The other thing I had said, I'm just going through these briefly because I do have an agenda for today.
Okay.
The other thing I had said was boost your immune system.
Yep.
And try to get, look into nutrition and food as medicine and the things that would help you ward off different things, because we have that configuration that we had for bubonic plague. We have the same configuration during the AIDS outbreak, and we had something very similar with COVID, because we know when it sets off COVID, it retrogrades, and it's going to set something off again. Yeah. May very well likely be the bird flu. Although I did see today that there are rumors of TB again, which is really strange.
TB's sort of always been on the back burner, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But now again, it's something you can vaccinate.
Right. But now that we don't have the CDC, we don't have local health reports for things that are going to be causing threats. So be smart, right? If you're going into a public place where you know people aren't smart, protect yourself and eat well and try to get a good routine and a good amount of rest, right? So we have this interesting seismic weather that we've not seen. We have interesting, weird health issues that we may not have seen, and we have a little undertone there of a food crisis with all these many things that are happening. And please don't mistake this for me trying to spread gloom and doom.
We don't.
The last thing I'm trying to do is make people upset. I'm trying to make people feel like they have a choice and a consciousness about their living arrangements and what they can do to empower themselves in these times where we're feeling pretty powerless, right? So if you plan ahead and you have your little, if you're in a vulnerable area, you have your little go bag, so you know if something happens, you can be safe and you've got a plan for your animals. If something happens and there's a food shortage, you've already planned your garden, and you've put aside some things for that gap time before your harvest comes, and just be smart about your health.
And look out for one
risks. Another. Exactly.
Because this is where another beautiful segue coming into.
Well, that's the next thing I have here: the importance of community.
That's what I was going to say. Community. Certainly where we were in mid Wales, which was a very, very remote part. There wasn't a lot of people around us. In the winter, particularly, you would look for smoke in your neighbour's chimney and.
What? In chimney?
Chimney. I can't speak proper. I'm sorry.
Smoke coming out of your neighbour's chimney.
You would look for smoke in the chimney. In the chimney.
Oh, right.
It's right. No, in the chimney. Yeah. No, you would. So you know that they're functioning. They're up. They've got a fire going. They're okay. But if you didn't, you'd just go around and just a little welfare check. Everything okay? Do you need something?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
And years ago, you could trust asking your neighbour for a cup of sugar or a cup of milk. You didn't have to worry what kind of poison was in it. But anyway.
But we can get back to building community.
But definitely,
we absolutely should.
I think people are going to need their tribes now more than ever. People looking out for them.
Mental health. Community. If you feel like it's you against the world, it is difficult.
Right.
But if you've got a bunch of people like each trying to lift each other up, that's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I am not spreading gloom and doom. I am not trying to be, the bearer of the dark. Quite the opposite. I'm supposed to be here as someone who would help you lift yourself and bring you light, right? Be that light in the darkness. But again, in this time where we feel very powerless or out of control, it's even more important that we do things that give us back our power, right? We can draw on the light. We can draw energy from each other. We can magnify energy, and we can do magic.
We can.
And those are the things we do
the
have
power of positive magic.
Power for.
Savannah says, I have a lovely, wonderful neighbourhood. Well, that's good.
Well, that's awesome.
That is good.
Yeah, you know, nowadays we don't even know the people's names that live next door to us, where we used to know their whole story. You know?
Well, you would.
I would.
You would.
All right. So the importance of community, the importance of feeling safe, the importance of being able to have some sort of things that you can govern, that you can control, even if other things seem out of control.
Right.
So first and foremost, take care of you and your vessel and your, you know, your temple, your home. Take care of your surroundings and work to take care of your tribe. And if everybody does that, there'll be safety and comfort, and that's where we need to be, spreading the light.
Absolutely. Help, don't hoard. I sadly didn't plan to start a garden this year. Well, you probably should, Amber. It's really therapeutic apart from anything else, and you know where your foods come from, and you know what love's gone into it and what's on it, and it's not, you know, like somebody's dumped glyphosate all over it. You know, it's you can eat decent stuff, and trust me, one of my favorite things, and we grew some naughty ones this year with the peppers. Oh, they're little buggers. They were. Ugh.
Oh, hot. Yeah.
But one of my favorite things is to go like forage in the garden and like with our fresh eggs and make an omelette or a burrito or something like that with the peppers and all that, and it's all just like super fresh that same day, and you've never tasted anything.
Tomatoes
like
from the garden, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We have a big garden planned, and I know some other people in our community are also planting gardens. So I think we'll have plenty of harvest, and maybe as a community we can do some canning and make sure everybody gets some of everything. You know, I think that's probably the way to go.
We have a new viewer. I do not know. Hello, Rainwater. What a cool name. Rainwater is one of the best things for everything, isn't it?
It does.
It is.
Okay.
We noticed, speaking of gardens, when we actually saved up our rainwater and watered with it,
Yeah.
so much better.
So that's another thing on the
better.
agenda.
Yep, rainwater storage.
All right. So we are going to really focus over the next few months on energy for the garden and energy to finish off our places for people to be able to come and stay and have a safe place. Yeah. So that's where our focus is going to be these next few months. Just, you know, getting prepared, keeping things aligned for people. All right. So you know that we have our ritual scheduled for Wednesday for the amazing changing of the Chinese New Year, the lunation of the Rowan Aquarius new moon is going to sing in the year of the snake. And people probably wonder why I have this hermit card here, but it's because there's a series of new moons that are taking place at 9 degrees. So this is the third of 5. So the next two, Pisces will be at 9 degrees, and Aries will be at 9 degrees, and then that will finish that with a lovely eclipse. So
solar eclipse, isn't it? Partial solar eclipse, is it?
Yeah.
Aha!
So the intentions that we set on Wednesday are going to be long-term goals. It's not, you know, like sometimes when we do magic, we want a quick thing like, okay, I need $40 to pay this bill, you know, and we magic up $40 to pay that bill. That's fine. Or we need to get from one place to another, and we magic up somebody to take us there, kind of thing. Things all work out. But the intention that we're setting on Wednesday, and I will talk about this obviously before we set the intentions on Wednesday, but I thought this is a good place to give you quite a speech about it, right?
Why not? You've got an audience.
And
Hello,
probably
Helena,
a lot of those people are probably going to be here on Wednesday too. Okay. So long-term goals. I think that sometimes when we think about New Year's resolutions, they are connected to growing or overcoming a bad habit, right? Growing a good habit or overcoming a bad habit. And I think what happens with our minds, we get in a routine even if we don't recognize we're in that routine.
It's almost like habitual behavior, isn't it?
Yes. We build some sort of habit that brings us comfort, and once we do it for a period of time, it kind of gets set in our routine or set in our mind.
It's
right?
what I do.
Right? For example, if you think every night before bed, I have to have this particular tea. And it's the tea that makes me sleepy, and I have to have this particular tea. And we grow into that habit, and we just understand that within our energy and within our routine, we're going to have that cup of tea. And now the tea's not available.
Oh dear. Oops.
And we recognize then, like, oh, I'm out of the tea, and I didn't know I was out of the tea, and I'm going to break this routine. And then we go, oh my God, you know what? This routine has almost become an addiction, right? It's almost become an addiction.
When does routine become
Right?
addiction?
Right.
That's a very good
like,
point.
You know,
actually.
10 o'clock every morning, I have to have my big oogie boogie chocolate brownie that's going to make me gain weight. But now I can't go without the brownie because it's part of my routine. It's one of my habits. It's something I just do without thinking about it. Right? Or I spend my money on whatever it is every week. I don't really need that thing, but I spend my money on it every week because at one point when I bought it,
coffee at Starbucks. Or
at one point when I bought it, it brought me comfort. Right? I had to have the newest shirt in this series, and I loved that shirt, and it felt so comfortable that the next time a new one came out, I bought it, and now I have a closet of 50 shirts, and I can never wear that many shirts, but I have all that, right? Little things that become habits. Have to have a cigarette or whatever it is. Hey,
Courtney, thank you for the super chat. That's awesome. We've got a mere 8 more to go. 8 more super chats, good people. Anyway, moving on.
All right. So what I want to talk about for the intention that we're setting is something that we are going to work for and towards to bring a new routine or release a bad habit, right? So I've said try to get rest. So we might make our intention be that we're going to go to bed at a certain time or that we're going to get a certain amount of sleep. If it's, there's another one. Now you got 3.
Oh,
if there's something that you want to start to do exercise-wise or prosperity-wise, right? I'm going to save $5 a day, or I'm going to save $10 a week, or whatever it is. If it becomes a routine and we do it automatically, we reach the intention, the goal that we've set for ourselves. And I think that
thank you, Anna.
It's really, really important for us to understand that the planets and the chakras are connected to us, right? This is the microcosm, that's the macrocosm. So in Reiki, when we get our attunements in Reiki to offer us this new energy and this life-changing energy, Reiki really is life-changing. You may notice that each of those attunements has 7 days. And those 7 days allow that energy or that intention or that thing you're manifesting to work through each of the chakras, right? So we're going to process that through each of the chakras or through each of the planetary energies. And once we do something for 7 days, our body accepts it and understands it as part of us, right? So in other words, be reasonable with your goal. Don't make it something you could not do for 7 days, right? Like, oh, I'm going to fast. You probably, in a normal setting of life, could not fast for 7 days because you would need to drive somewhere and not be dizzy, and the intention that you're setting is something that you want to become a habit. So there's no way you could fast for the rest of your life, right? But you certainly could offer yourself a good 6 hours of sleep for the rest of your life, So whatever it is that you want to change towards your goal of manifesting, like, I want to be healthy. Well, what are you doing now that is not healthy? Well, I'm eating a chocolate bar before bed. Well, first of all, that interrupts your sleep. And second of all, unless it's like really dark chocolate, it's really not good for your body. And if it's not organic, you're poisoning yourself. Okay, so for 7 days...
Cheerful bugger.
For 7 days, I'm not going to eat the chocolate before bed. So once I make it through that 7-day period, to that next lunation of the moon, by the way, which we'll talk all about in our moon class. But when we get through that 7-day period,
oh, thank you,
we will be at a place where our body says, oh, we no longer need the chocolate bar. It's not part of our routine anymore. But while we're not having that chocolate bar, instead of feeling denial because that makes us upset, we could offer ourselves something else that becomes our new healthy routine, right? Like, I'm going to drink, again, like a chamomile tea or something that will make me feel restful. We can also use other tools that we have towards building this habit or setting our intention, right? If we have Reiki, we could say, I'm going to Reiki charge my tea every night before I drink it, and put the intention of restful sleep, right? But you could do this in the morning, and you could say, okay, for this morning, I'm going to set the intention that I'm going to eat healthy today, and I'm not going to do something to disrupt my new habit. If I can make it through 7 days without cheating badly, I'm going to get my body in that rhythm. Or if I can make it through 7 days, making sure I don't waste any money, at the end of the week, I'll have money to put in my vacation fund, whatever it is you want to manifest. And, again, it could be something spiritual. It could be something health-wise. It could be something relationship-wise that you want to fix or build. And health, wealth. It could be any topic you want. But the idea is this intention that we're setting on this new moon, it's putting out the intention for the coming year. This is not a get quick, again, $40 to pay a bill. So think about, between now and Wednesday morning, what it is you want to change or build or grow or create as a new routine or habit. And what habit do you think you could go without for 7 days?
Or would like
to train your body to get out of that space, right? So if there's something that you're doing, mind, body, spirit, or anything, I want a new job. Well, then my new routine is going to be to empower myself to believe that I am worthy of having this new job. And I'm not going to sabotage myself. And every day I'm going to write down something on a piece of paper for 7 days that's a qualification towards the new career that I want. And then when you get that new career, whenever it happens, you can continue to read those things that will give you the energy to know you belong where you manifested yourself to belong. I hope that makes some sense.
It does. It does. Thank you so much for all the super chats. We've got 6 to go. Hello, Juniper. Thank you for joining us. And I think you sent us a super sticker, which doesn't count. Well, it obviously counts because we appreciate
Thank you very much.
But for our goal total, I don't think stickers work. No,
we're just starting to learn all this stuff.
We're trying to figure it out.
So by now you've heard about the Academy of the Occult, and that's where I was mentioning we're going to start with our moon through your chart and understanding moon magic.
We're so looking forward to that.
In detail there. And there'll be some other perks. Obviously, we're going to do online new moons, full moons, Sabbats, things like that. And then if at the Academy level, you'll be able to see the monthly meditation that comes out each month.
Yep, we got lots to do.
And for people who aren't part of that or aren't members, do go back and look at podcasts. I mean, we did that one. A lot of feedback has come about the Binna one, going to meet Binna and having some new life. So a lot of positive feedback has come out about that. So you don't have to pay to take advantage of these podcasts that we do on Mondays. And things, that we do for public, like Wednesdays is public. So.
That was like last Wednesday evening you did that, I think. The
I don't know.
Your Binna thing, wasn't it?
I
think so, because I remember being there, and it was the moonlight thing and the path of the moonlight.
Yeah, you were there, and you were like,
whoa. Whoa. I love it.
I'm all signed up for the Occult
awesome,
Academy.
Savannah, thank you.
I know, I'm
so
excited
much.
about that too.
Yeah.
So also we're trying to build a community page. So if you go to our channel, you'll see across the top it says things like videos, podcasts, lives, and one of those things says community. So if you go there, you can scroll down and see different announcements, or you can participate and comment on things. It is not certainly a Facebook community, but it is a place where we can feel safe and where we can keep track of everything that's going on. So,
absolutely thus. I wanted to say one thing about mindfulness while you were talking, and this might come in really handy. There's probably some of you may or may not know, but moons ago, and it is now a long time ago, I used to smoke, and I was never particularly happy about it. It was not something I felt particularly proud of, but I was nonetheless addicted to cigarettes, like many people are. I mean, nicotine is an extraordinarily powerful...
Oh my God, they put stuff in cigarettes to keep you addicted.
It's really hard. And what worked for me, and this might sound really crazy, but was just for now, just for right now, this very second, right now, I'm choosing not to have a cigarette. I'm choosing not to have a cigarette. And for years, I had like a packet of cigarettes in the bloody medicine cabinet. And eventually, we binned them, But it was just for then, just for now. Because sometimes we see the enormity, I can't possibly do this.
Right, but once you make it through that 7-day period.
Yeah.
Or if it's a really deep addiction, you might need a whole cycle, a 28-day period, right?
Yeah, a whole lunation.
A lunation. But, we can trick ourselves and do little things. Like sometimes we cook a nice big pot of something, right? And we put it on the table in a serving thing. And then we finish our bowl and we think, oh, that was so good. I might have another bowl. And it's really accessible. It's right there. But if we cooked reasonable portions, we wouldn't be wasting food, and we wouldn't feel like we had to eat it or we were going to waste it, and we wouldn't be so accessible towards having that extra. We'd get out of that routine and we'd set a healthier routine. Just like you're saying, you get, after dinner, I always had a cigarette. Well, just for today, I'm not going to have that right now.
Just for right now. Maybe later I will, but
you
just
change
for right
your
now.
mindset. You change that routine. And again, that's kind of what this new moon magic is about, setting a long-term intention that will help you reach a goal of changing something you really want to have control over, or you really want to feel more comfortable about, whether it's a financial situation, a relationship situation, a health relationship, a relationship with yourself, or a connection to spirit. Like maybe you decide every morning, I am going to do a small ritual. Whatever it is you're working on, think about it so that Wednesday you'll be ready to set that intention or make those changes.
Yeah, I mean, we think about this Wednesday coming up is such as they would say, auspicious time.
Pivotal time.
Auspicious time because it's the lunar new year, and the moon is the celestial orb that governs our emotions, and most things that we do in a habitual basis are emotional support. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, you know, things are great, you know, if you've gotten your good habit, you know, like I'm just going to go for a walk at 7 a.m. every morning or whatever, and that's really cool and excellent. This is wonderful. But we all pick up things that don't serve us, and we know they don't serve us, and we wish we didn't do it.
But after we do them for 7 days, they become a habit and become part of our routine.
So it's an awesome time to really look at bringing about long-term positive benefits into your life, especially if they're connected to your emotional or mental well-being, because emotional and mental very, very, very close together. Very, very close together. You know, that's the...
And you're right, Susan. It is mind over matter.
If you don't mind, it don't matter.
If you go if you're trying to follow a healthy routine of eating, and you know that you have a vulnerable time, right? Like that, maybe it's the hour before you go to bed. You can set something else in that routine, like, oh, I'm going to crochet every night. Because if I'm crocheting, I can't feed my face, you know?
Your hands are busy.
Your hands are busy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and again, after you do it for like 7 days, you won't care about having whatever it was that you used to have because you'll be into your new habit, you know?
7 is such a powerful number. You know, 7 planets, 7
layers,
7
on the tree,
whatevers,
7 chakras.
2 luminaries.
Yeah, there's just... 7 is an important cycle.
Isn't it?
And it is the cycle of the 4 segments of 7 for the moon.
Yes, it is, yeah. From new to first quarter, 7 days. From first quarter to full, 7 days. From full to last quarter, 7 days. And from last quarter to new, 7 days. 28 days.
So you're going to be seeing some interesting things when we talk about... at the Occult Academy. I'm very excited about that.
It is. And a shameless plug again, we need 6 more super chats, peeps. Come on, we can do it. We'll think of something really ridiculously fun to do. And
What's Savannah saying?
What's Savannah saying? She's saying, I think social media is my biggest addiction. And the one thing I've not conquered yet. Maybe it's time to work on that. I really like to spend more time reading than doom scrolling. Yeah.
Especially now.
I don't know.
AI is on the rise. We are going to have such a hard time discerning fact from fiction.
True. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but certainly personally speaking, my own Facebook page social media feed, changed. Like overnight, and I'm starting to get bombarded with stuff I have no interest in. I don't want to go there. I don't want to get drug into this divisive,
Savannah,
derisive.
Also, if you really like to spend time on social media, do something like watch videos or listen to audiobooks, right? YouTube is a fantastic place. Wherever you want to learn, there's probably a video about it. You know?
Yeah. There's a video on how to quit social media.
There is.
Social media.
But I'm just saying, like, it's kind of like the crochet habit I was saying. Here we sit and we're bored, we're attached to our phone, but put the phone somewhere else, right? And use your computer like a television, and watch a self-help or, you know, all of Dion Fortune's books. People have recorded on audio. There's all kinds of things you could learn.
I might do some story times as well.
Well, we're going to have story time.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
And no, Logan, we're not going to read the book.
What book?
Rumpled stuff.
No. Oh, God, no. That would be the end of our channel. No, mate. No, that's not happening.
All right.
So, oh, gosh, what am I doing? I wish I knew. And Cass is crocheting right now. There you go.
There you go. See.
Yeah, I won't start shouting numbers at you because you'll beat me. No, don't do that.
She's probably been crocheting so long she doesn't need to count. She can tell when she's at the end of the row. All right. Okay.
All right. There was something else I wanted to say and I've completely bloody forgotten now, and it was actually on point. It was on point. Your mind is the most powerful thing that you have.
Oh.
And so if you can not learn to control your mind, not learn to squeeze the crap out of it, but learn to take control of your mind. And I'll give you an example because, this whole doom scrolling thing. This is how smart these algorithms are. If you're doom scrolling on Facebook or whatever, and you go, oh, and then you scroll back up, in a blink of an eye, less than that algorithm has detected you, paused in your timeline, you went back, and now it's going to build your timeline out of your sight, so it changes it as you go. Oh,
come on, something that you've Googled they spam you with.
Oh, well, that's Facebook do surveillance advertising. They absolutely do. But try to keep yourself in mental health and hygiene.
Right, but again, so you give yourself, okay, I'm going to do 1 hour on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. 1 hour.
Time suck.
That's it. Because Facebook is a place where you can keep in touch with friends you normally wouldn't have daily access to. But I think again that real community is going to become more and more important. You may have 100 friends on Facebook, they don't even know who they are, but they Facebook friended you or something. So going to a place that is a place of safety and community where their trolls are controlled and the mind-bending wackos are controlled and the we're going to feed this to them to try to convert them is controlled is probably a safer environment, especially at this time when AI is getting better and better and better and misinformation is being fed to people on purpose.
It's rife. Misinformation. So the thing is you can interact with us and we're not going to blow smoke up your ass. We may be mistaken, and I'll be the first person to say we don't have the answers to everything.
No,
we're
still learning for sure.
But we'll start with a preposition of we probably don't know. It's quite possible we're wrong, Not like I'm the world authority on this, and this is what needs to be.
We have 20 minutes.
That's good.
To do 19 readings.
And we've got less than 10 minutes to get 6 super chats, people. And we'll do something ridiculous.
All right, so how would you like this to go down?
You do what you want to do. You're in charge of this
Can you do 1 minute readings
or not? I could try.
Because if you take 3 minutes for a person,
I could try.
We're going to be here past our... Sean!
Is that Sean?
Yep.
Queen of Pentacles. Ooh. Fecundity, fertility. Good stuff coming your way. This card, though, for me is to understand the nature of magic. You must appreciate the magic of nature. So try to reconnect a little bit. I know it's enforced sort of imprisonment in the cold months, where you're stuck inside, but try to go to church, get your feet in the soil. The ensue is mainly in the soil, all right?
Okay.
Was that good enough?
Amber.
I don't know.
Amber.
What are you going to do?
Working on trying to get yourself back in the driver's seat. Kind of feeling like you're in that in-between space where you have all these obligations and not a lot of time for self. So trying to balance and get yourself in a place where you can build a good routine. So the chariot driver wants to move ahead. The chariot driver wants to be in control of themselves. So how can you make a schedule or do something that gives you time to move forward? Oh, I should mix this guy back in too.
Termit. Put Termit back in there. That's
all right, you're up for Logan.
Hello, Logan. All right, mate. Oh, hey. Things happening quickly. This is about getting your energy cohesive, though, if I can even say that in English. If you can be less fractious, less like pulled all over the place with the distractions that keep coming up, and you can manage to like focus all of those disparate energies in the same direction, you're going to make amazing progress, because this is a really good card. This is not a house on a hill with a river running past, but it's a palace. So things are going to get good for you if you can get a handle on your like kind of fractured energies and put them all in the same direction and apply the force in the same direction. You're going to do really bloody well. So it's a good card.
All right, Susan.
5 more super chats to go, people.
Some really, really good information is coming, Susan. Check your spam folder. Check your regular mail. I don't know what you're expecting, but I think some really, really good news regarding it is coming to you. And I don't know if it's something that you already started or something that will open you up to start something new. But it looks like really, really good information. Really, really good news coming.
Yeah.
Peggy.
Peggy. Me for Peggy. All right. Oh, hey. Watch watch you all getting the wrong kind of exercises. A very Martian card, this, you know. It's like, and yeah, there's a lot of Martian energy around sometimes, and
we still have that crazy Mars.
You can harness the energy, but you've got to turn it into something really positive and not be destructive here, okay? Because what gives here is if you're like charging at things, you know, and just like allowing the anger to get hold of you, it's going to really just throw you completely off your game. Just woosah, be calm and respond. Try not to react. Try to respond. Yeah, that's just watch it, because there's a lot trying to make us really angry right now. Hello, Sean, new person. Hello, Sean, and hello, Susan. Welcome for joining us.
Shan.
I'm sorry. What do I know?
All right. Cass, I have your card. Ooh. I think there may be a new relationship on the horizon.
Hello.
Right? And sometimes when we have this card regarding that, the person that we're meeting feels very familiar, like a really good old friend, or somebody from our soul cluster, like-minded person that there's an ease of communication with. So if it's not a new relationship that's a personal romantic relationship, it's certainly a really good friendship that could be beneficial for both parties. Gilda.
The wish card, Gilda. The wish card. I think things are going to start coming good for you. Oh, thank you, LJ White, whoever you are.
That's
thank
Lori.
you so much. Oh, well,
I know who it is.
Oh, apparently you know.
Now we have another reading to do.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. So this is the wish card, and there's almost part of you, I have to say this, has been conditioned to be, will you be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Well, hang on. Unthink that thinking. It's perfectly okay to have aspirational thinking, because if you don't have aspirational thinking, you will aspire to nothing.
Ooh.
So
get your intention ready. Get
your intention ready. You know, it's okay to wish for things. It is. I promise you. It's not bad.
All right.
We have to say thank you there, because that's good. And Shan, if you want a reading, and welcome to our channel, just throw us a super chat. And if it's more than $1, it'll make the lights flash. It's kind of cool.
All right, Savannah.
Just $1. $1. We need
Savannah.
Ooh. We got 2 minutes and 34 seconds, and we still need how many? I don't know, 4 or 5.
Savannah, this is earned money. And, I know what's going on there, and it really is like a full-time job to get this situation under control. So this really is that kind of earned money energy. And I think that this new moon is going to open up something that will give you clarity regarding how things are going to come right for that. All right, you have Jess.
Okay, Jess, let's have a look. Aha, Temperance. I love this card. It's all about finding that balance in extremes. It's all about taking what are wildly opposing forces and harmonizing them to come up with something better than each of them can offer together. It's a kind of alchemy, if you will. And I think you have a unique ability to do that. To temper things. And one of the best things you can temper is chocolate. I'll just remind you of that. But yeah, this is very much, being that flow, facilitating that flow, connecting with things. You're on exactly the right track. Continue doing what you're doing, and life is wonderful. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Doris Jean.
Okay, we've got a minute, people. We need 4 more super chats.
Oh, goodness.
Come on, you should have put longer on.
Doris Jean.
What am I going to do? I'm going to cry.
Don't cry. Doris Jean. Making a big decision. I feel like you're at a crossroads with something, and maybe been trying to be 2 things that are very different for a long time. And maybe this next couple of days you're going to make a decision about how to make a decision. Right? Make a decision about how to make a decision. Sometimes we get all the details and we keep reading the pros and cons and we're not quite sure what to do. But I think a decision regarding your decision is going to become clear. Carol.
Oh, thank you, Jess. Thank you. All right, we have... Oh, hey.
Carol.
Juggle it. This is actually a good card. It's the Minor Arcana Justice card, which is fantastic. So we've got this ability, if you will, to, I don't know, lots of plates on sticks somehow. But I think it's kind of good for you, having that it's in some ways going to energize you. You know, it's good stuff. It's like having only positive expectations, I think. Yeah, there's lots to do. And I know you've been feeling a little bit deflated of late. But this, I think, is going to, like, invigorate you and remind you of how bloody capable you actually are. Mm-hmm. And I think you underestimate yourself sometimes. And I think this is going to give you the ability to really sort of bring yourself back up in your own estimation, which I think is one of the most helpful things that you can do for you. Okay? So that's me. All right. I got it in a minute. Look at me. I did.
Kimberly. Oh, I see a card sticking out down here for you, Kimberly.
Kimberly.
Kimberly. Family security. Mm. This is like getting everybody to work together and just like help each other and deal with things, and great peace of mind where family is concerned. Also some good news, I think, about career that helps you be able to focus more time on family. All right. So, Anna.
Anna? I feel this has got to be for Anna. All right.
Feeling a little restricted
I'm thinking we need to have a word. Mindfulness, love. That's what we've been talking about all day. You know, your perception governs your reality. It truly does. And I mean, we look at this card, ostensibly, it doesn't look good. We've got a blindfold and bound woman in a prison of swords, standing on a tidal flat with the tide out. Not good. Simple shrug, those blinds fall off. Lift the blindfold, you can see the swords don't ensnare you at all. You are free to move out of there, completely free. So just you know, have at it. And
all the obligations are the things at your back, and you can move forward still take care of them. But sometimes it doesn't feel like that. Yeah,
so rethink your thinking. Have only positive expectations.
Have only positive expectation.
Thank you, Kimberly, for the super chat. It's awesome. I should have put an hour on, not 45 minutes. What we can do. Never mind. Oh,
Nicole. Taking what you know and growing forward from it. This is the energy of Sagittarius, and they are the adventurer. But Aries, the first fire sign, the pioneer, just goes off sometimes without a plan.
Ready, shoot, aim.
Sagittarius, the last of the fire signs, says, I have a collective experience here. I've been working on something for a while. I've got that feather in my cap. And now I'm going to use what I know to grow. I think your next big deal is right at the edge of being initiated. Lisette.
Oh. Says it all, this one. Time to wrest back the sword of control. And I think somehow you have. I have to say kudos to you. I think you've done it, and I think you've done it with a great deal of aplomb and maturity. I think you've come to the conclusion that you don't have to run somebody through to actually bring about things to influence people, but sometimes you do have to like draw that line in the sand and let people know that you are being quite serious here, that no, that is unacceptable, or no, that is your obligation. This is what you said you were going to do, or you've been contracted to do, or hired to do, or whatever. So but I think you've got great leadership skills, and that sword is, it's got that crown of victory on it, and I love the fact that it's got a lump of seaweed and like an olive branch there. So it's got like, also the conquering of the emotions, and also the offer of peace. But it's who was it? Which president said, "Speak softly, carry a big stick"?
Roosevelt.
Was that? I think that's. But I think that's the key here. Let folks know ever so subtly that
he certainly didn't say run the government like a mafia.
No, I don't think he said that. No. Meow.
All right, Helena.
Sorry. It had to be said.
Helena.
Oh,
this is also a card of messages.
Messages.
I don't know. I'm getting a lot of energy around solar plexus regarding confidence and independence, and I feel like you might be stepping away from energy that has been holding you back and kind of moving forward into a place of more personal confidence and more personal strength. And happy birthday.
Oh, is it Helena's birthday today?
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Oh, well,
happy birthday. Yeah.
Oh, well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. We could sing very badly, but...
Not the same year, of course. I'm much younger. Okay. Courtney, to you.
Courtney. Courtney Schwartney. Oh, hello.
Oh, Courtney.
This actually is a really good foundational card. Excuse me. And also the assimilation of ancestral wisdom. And I think this is a really, really cool card. There is so much in this. And I know you're doing our tarot class. So I'm going to suggest you go and read your paperwork about the Emperor.
Yeah, he's got connections, right? He's that Aboriginal elder.
Yep, and knows much of the dreaming and the song lines throughout the earth. And I think somehow you're strangely connected to that. You're a very earthy kind of person. Given that you're so vivacious and full of life, but you're very connected to the earth, and I think that's a really hugely useful thing for you. That what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
There's a surprise.
I was just reading comments, and I'm not.
Of course, she's not listening.
I'm not obligated to read, right?
So, of course, she's not. But this wonderful, beautiful, like. It's a very, very deep connection. It's almost like you're spiritually joined to the spirit of the earth itself. And I think that is something that you should celebrate and recognize in yourself and be quite darn proud of. There you go. Would that work? Did that work?
Yes, I'm
She
doing
wasn't listening,
juniper.
so she don't know. That's all.
I don't know. Juniper.
Who cares?
Juniper. Boundaries.
Juniper.
All right. I think that you have been helping others a really long time, that you've really been working on others' behalf. And sometimes that sets up a current of them expecting you to solve everything for them. So I think maybe this is about that delivery of boundaries and saying, I've already given you an awful lot of information or ammunition or understanding. And, now I have to kind of save some of my energy for me. So think about setting some boundaries with people that you think may be taking advantage a little bit, and protect yourself. What I love about this guy is he's on the outside of the wall. He's not hiding behind it. So you're still willing to help, but you've set some boundaries, and I think that's an important thing for this coming week.
Dull did hear.
Lori White.
Lori. How you doing, Lori?
Burden.
Yeah, sometimes things feel quite hard, you know. It's like, why me? Why have I got to, like, oh, come on, I got to schlep this all the bloody way there? And I'm sorry if I noticed our view counts just dropped off, so I guess the learned ones are foisting adverts down you. I hope you're getting this. I'm hoping you're getting this. So,
excuse me.
It is, yeah, you know, we all got stuff to do, but let me just tell you, you're almost bloody there. All right, that's the first point. The second point is there's a smarter way to do this, all right? You don't have to make such a fuss of carrying these wands. Just put the damn things down, maybe take the belt off of around your tunic, tie them up with a belt, pick them up, put them on your shoulder, you know? Yeah, it's...
Then you can see at least.
Yeah. Then you can see where you're going. And also, this ploughed field, there's still, as yet, unrealised potential for you there. So even though you feel like things are a little bit burdensome at the moment, maybe just take a step back, pause for a second, you know, and just reassess and see if there isn't a slightly better way of doing what you're doing.
Of carrying all this,
Of carrying this burden, you know? And do you really need to carry it for somebody else as well? I mean, maybe... that might be your habit, you know what I mean? You've always been the one to step up and shoulder the burden when other people went, I can't be by. Mum, move me feet, they're too close to the fire, they're burning, you know. No, move your own bloody feet. Sometimes that's necessary, all right? Part of your learning experience, Laurie.
All right, so before we forget,
we
want to make sure everybody who is local knows that we have moved our tarot classes down a week so that we have February 9th, which is Sunday, February the 9th.
Yep.
We are going to go to Bad Seed and with the Mari, and we're going to toast the trees and have a wassail. We are working out the final details, and we'll be sending out an email about that. But for the people who are here that are on the tarot class, we're going to move down
I'm going to push you back a week. Just a week. But you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Because we put our Mary to sleep on
that Friday,
which the following Friday, which oddly enough is my half birthday. But I know some people celebrate it as Valentine's Day, but I know what it is really.
Yeah,
it is the
14th.
14th.
Yeah,
it
we'll put her
be
to
the
sleep
14th.
on the 14th.
So, we had such a wonderful time at Bad Seedside over our first annual Mary Lloyd Wassail. And if you haven't seen the video, it's on our channel. Please go look for it. It was fabulous. And there were such good hosts. Bad Seed are such lovely people. So we'd love to go back and
have a tribe of people to
borrow some of their cider and go and libate their trees with it. But it is. You know, this is the thing about community, isn't it? You know, we wish them wealth and happiness and fecundity from their crops. So, yeah, Mary Lloyd, it's going to be awesome. You won't need to belly dance this time, don't worry.
It'll be in the daytime because I think it might be too cold and dangerous to go out in the dark to the trees. But
it'll probably
we're
continue
actually going to go to the trees, right?
Likely to continue after dark.
So bring your slice of toast.
Yes.
On a ribbon so you can hang it, and off we'll go.
Off we'll go. And if you have those little presses, I don't know if they do toast
Tarot
presses.
will be the 16th and the 23rd. It's the only way we could fit this in, and we really wanted to fit it in.
It's appropriate because it's the first year we've had our Mary Bede Newith, and she's so beautiful. It's ridiculous. It was such a moving experience to go and do that. So we're so looking forward to going back and doing... this time the blessing, you know. So it's now it is, you know, we've gone through or pretty much bang on Imbolc, can't we? At that point where where now the light is returning, and now we tell the trees it's okay, let the sap rise, let it come. Let's start embracing the growing light and the coming year, and it's such a lovely and positive thing. And I just love the fact that you know, like the old ways are coming back. You know, this connection, this deep connection to the land.
We wake her on the morning moon, the Taurus full moon, and we put her to sleep, to rest on the Leo full moon. So she has had her quarter. She has had her season. Oh,
I think Charlotte would like to come in.
Would like to come
so would like to come and join the broadcast. So whatever. What time is the wassail in the night? We're going to start at 3 p.m. at Bad Seed.
Are you sure?
I believe we did say that.
All right. Well, we have to work out excuse me. We have to work out the final details, and we'll be sending out an email. And the reason I say that is we want to make sure that we're able to go into the orchard in the daylight, right? There are a lot of people who have mobility issues, and we want to be safe, and we want to work in the light. So we'll be sending out an email with all the details and all that good stuff.
Yes, we will. Card of the day.
You know, we want to find out if there's a DJ there that day, and if not, maybe we want to do something. This is card of the week for everybody.
We can bring our own PA.
All right.
Oh, hello.
Keep your cool. Keep your cool. Keep building what you're building, and recognize if things haven't come right for you yet, you may need to look elsewhere for the missing piece. Anytime we see a moon on a card, we know we're starting a new phase. So this week is about starting a new routine. And if you don't find what you want right where you are, go get it.
Go get it. Absolutely. It's perfectly okay to go get it. You know, don't, you know, you're not smashing everything down to the floor. If you need to leave it alone for a while, well, you go get your missing bit. So go get your missing bit. Get it together.
All right, peeps, quite a week ahead of us as usual. Time is going to fly, like I've been saying. Be kind to yourself.
Especially.
Build awareness and wellness for yourself and your community. We will see you at 12 on Wednesday to set our new moon intentions. If anybody's interested, tonight at the shop, Maria is making body butter. So there's a workshop tonight. If you go to call Danny, 845-255-5756 if you're interested. You'll be able to learn how to make the body butter, and you'll get, of course, body butter to take with you. And then on Wednesday evening, Regulus is having a mediumship workshop.
Oh, yeah.
So we have two very interesting things coming up this week. Monday night, tonight, is Linda's workshop for body butter. And Wednesday night is Regulus's mediumship workshop. And just pay attention, keep yourself well, work on new habits, figure out what your intention's going to be for Wednesday.
I got some of Linda Maria's, Sister Maria's.
Sister Linda Maria.
Sister Linda Maria's body butter. I got some of that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It really is really, really, really good. So if you can find the time, it's well worth going. Seriously. Thank you everybody for joining us today. It's a pleasure. We've had quite a
thank you for the donations.
Thank you so much.
We'll use them wisely.
We will. So we should do more videos of how T-Nother is progressing. Maybe we'll get round to that. It's get yourself clone time. I caught up on candles, but I can't leave them for too long because then we'll be out of the things that people want. So I'm probably at some point going to need to do that. Plus, then we're also back in
that
book
wood
jail.
snake one is awesome too. I'm really liking that one.
Yeah, and listen. Something I missed to hear. I needed to hear. Oh, thank you, Carol. Yeah, no, thank you. That's good. What the bloody hell was I going to say? I forget. Can't be that important. But yeah. Oh no, I remember. If you haven't seen it yet, Lisa did an amazing video explaining the benefits of our channel membership. And it's so worth taking a look at. It's just 8 minutes of your time if you haven't watched it.
Right,
please
because
watch it.
If you came into the store to take a workshop, it would cost more than your monthly YouTube, and you wouldn't get karma points for workshops in the store.
No, we don't.
But you get $5 karma points for your membership.
You
get the classes, plus you get rituals, plus you get the meditations that the other guys get. So it's worth it.
And you get to see us. But I suppose we should probably apologise for that. Anyway, listen.
All right.
We love you guys. We'll see you Wednesday.
We'll see you Wednesday. Have a great few days. Catch you later.
Blessed be.